I'm Paul Perkins at the check of your ag weather. A few showers or thunderstorms remain possible through this evening with the weak disturbance tracking to the southeast. No meaningful rainfall expected due to the drier air at the lower levels. Some of the rain may fall as just sprinkles. After seasonal highs in the 80s today, tomorrow through the weekend is sunny and dry as a ridge of high pressure over the desert southwest builds back onto the plains. Tomorrow and Wednesday, slightly warmer than today with highs in the 80s to around 90. Highs top out in the 90s to around 100 for Thursday and Friday. The heat really cranks up over the weekend with highs in the upper 90s to the low 100s. The humidity won't be as high as it was during last week's heat wave, but it will still feel like it's about 100 to 105. Prepare for the heat to continue with long-term forecast models indicating the heat and lack of rainfall sticking around through the first half of next month. Warmer than normal temperatures are likely to persist well into October, but it won't be as hot as the early half of September. Looking at the long-term forecast, warmer than normal temperatures very likely this weekend through September 10th in Nebraska, Kansas, and the central U.S. Nebraska and Kansas rainfall this weekend through September 10th predicted to be below normal. Key weather factors impacting the markets include dry weather for the central U.S. along with the return of heat, early rain for central Brazil, and heavier rain in southern Brazil and Argentina. Little or no rain falls across much of the U.S. the next 5 days. Heat develops across the nation's midsection and lingers across the deep south, especially for the western Gulf Coast. For the plains and Midwest, significant heat with little precipitation that lasts through early next month is a poor way to end this year's corn and soybean crops. Early harvest, though, should find some good conditions. Tropical storm Idalia, just south of the western tip of Cuba, is likely to become a hurricane this later day. Wednesday, Idalia could reach the Gulf Coast of Florida as a major Category 3 hurricane with a 7 to 11-foot storm surge possible along and just to the right of where the eye crosses the coastline. In addition, Idalia is likely to result in significant wind damage and could produce 4 to 8 inches of rain, with isolated totals near 12 inches in parts of Florida and along the southern Atlantic coast as far north as the Carolinas. In central Brazil, rain this week is well in advance of the start of the normal wet season, which is helpful for the soil after a long dry season in the upcoming soybeans and second crop corn. Planting, though, is restricted until mid-September for most areas outside of Mato Grosso, which may begin on Friday. Filling wheat in southern Brazil continues to benefit from timely rains, but the remaining second crop corn harvest will see more rain delays. For southern Argentina, colder temperatures produce frost over the weekend, which may have damaged more advanced wheat. Heavier rain moves into many areas of Argentina later this week and over the weekend, a major benefit after last season's drought. The current El Niño pattern is favorable for increasing rain chances in Argentina before spring planting, which begins in about a month, but more likely in October. I'm Paul Perkins. That's a check of the ag weather.